Let's get into this date. So I met this guy at the mall a couple months ago. He asked me for my number, which I gave it. We spoke on the phone a couple of times and he asked me to visit his house, which I declined because he wasn't my type financially. I've never heard that before. He wasn't my type financially? What type is that? He wasn't my type financially and he was kind of rude on the phone, so I proceeded to block him. About 2 weeks ago, he calls on a new number and apologizes for being rude and promised to make it up to me. He just wanted to have a proper first date with me, which I agreed because I wanted to hang out. I sent him my street address and not my house address, and I went to go meet where he was standing. We started walking and I said I wanted to eat something and he was reluctant in taking me to a restaurant. After eating, he paid for the bill and he said we should go to the club, but I didn't have my ID on me. He then said let's go to his house and listen to some music, which I agreed. Go to his house and listen to music? Music. He then said let's go to his house and listen to music, which I agreed. When I was about to leave, he insisted I sleep over because he's bored and he's enjoying my company. I told him no. I have work in the morning, I don't feel comfortable sleeping over. He pleaded and I told him to send me some money. He pleaded and I told him to send me some money, $1,000 for my inconvenience, which he did, and I decided to sleep over. What is going on here? $1,000 to sleep over? That is good business, I'm not gonna lie. For just sleeping, that's actually a pretty good deal. $1,000 for my inconvenience, which he did, and I decided to sleep over. I went to his room and I noticed that this guy only has one pillow, no blanket, no TV, no bed sheets, only a fitted sheet. His clothes are all over the floor and I was so mad. I told him I would leave based on how his room looked and he apologized and said he would fix it after today. I said okay. I went to the bathroom to pee, not knowing this guy was secretly taking my car key and hid it under the fridge. During the night, this guy wanted to do the do and I refused. I told him I didn't sign up for that. He disturbed me all through the night and I couldn't sleep, and he refused to let me sleep. He said to at least allow him to lick my plate, which I agreed. I've never heard that terminology before. Lick my plate? I don't even like how that sounds. I actually hate that. He said to at least allow him to lick my plate, which I agreed. A win is a win. You already won. You got $1,000. And now a lick plate? You are winning. This guy didn't know how to lick a plate. He bit my plate. I hate plates. I don't like that. He bit my plate. He squeezed and scratched my boobs and gave me bruises. He put his dirty finger inside my plate and continued biting it, and I was pissed off and I told him to stop. He then proceeded to ask for penetration and I refused. He asked me to give him head and I refused. My plate was so sore from all the biting, and at 4 a.m. I told him I'm leaving. I can't stand the stress this guy was giving me. He was saying all sorts of things to me. I went to go pick up my car key and I couldn't find it. When I went back to the room, I asked him where it was and he responded, I know you're gonna come back to his room because I hid it. I was so pissed we started having an argument and I was like, give me my car key, and he refused. He then proceeded to tell me to return half of the money he just gave me or else he won't show me where my car key is. I was so angry and I said, fuck this. I was boiling at this point. He was calling me names. I almost called the cops. I said, fuck this, and I transferred the $500 back to him. And he took my car key from under the fridge, gave it to me. I then blocked him after and I went home. A few days later, I got an infection from his dirty fingers he was putting inside of me, and my boobs still have scratches to this day. I'm still taking antibiotics to clear the infection. 2 days ago, he sent me a message on a different number apologizing for how he treated me and wants to see me again. I immediately blocked him on this number too, and I'm still angry at myself to this day. But how angry are you though? You still left the situation with $500, so how angry are you really? Let's go back to the top real quick. This was pretty straightforward and clean cut. You meet this guy at the mall, you give him your phone number, then you say he's not my type financially. So then you choose to extort him for $1,000. Sorry. You say he's not your type financially, yet you end up getting $1,000 off of him, which then actually cut down to $500 because he decided to hide your car key under his fridge and demand half of it back. The fact you only wanted half back is beyond me. I don't know what's worse, him begging to lick your plate after giving you $1,000, or you demanding $1,000 to sleep at his house and then sending it back because he stole your car key. Asking a man for $1,000 to sleep over is a different type of level. That's different. All in all, you still won at the end of the day. You left with $500 of money that wasn't yours and the lick plate. You did, however, get an infection, but that's just the cost of business for extorting people.
Yo, that's wild. You know, she was winning all the way up till the point where she transferred that money back. She was winning. Like, if she had made it out with that $1,000 without having done anything, right? Not even having let him eat her plate. But actually, yeah, she could have let that go. But still, she would have won. But yet, she had to leave that place with an infected plate. That's when she lost. Not only infected plate, she also left with negative $500 because she had to transfer the guy $500. It also lets me think that this man, he just transferred her the money, making her think that, you know, it's for the inconvenience and all that. But at the end of the day, he was planning on getting the money back because he hid that key under her bed or under the fridge. So you already know he calculated this. He knew in the very end he's gonna get the money back. He was just manipulating her, you know. So both of them are red flags as hell, bro. That's crazy. I mean, this is not even a win at this point. Even I know she made it back with $500. All right, y'all are gonna argue and say, yeah, that's a win. That ain't a win. If she had made it back with $1,000 and she hadn't got an infected plate, that could have been a win. I could have considered that a win. But she made it back with negative 500 and an infected plate. And on top of that, guys still, you know, stalking her or whatever with different numbers, messaging her here and there. That's crazy. Both of them are hella crazy. Because at the beginning, man, she was a little bit weird too. She said that this dude was not her type financially, so it looks like she was grifting. She was after money from the very beginning, and then for some reason, whatever, one thing led to another. She started seeing him, you know. All it took was for the guy to transfer her $1,000 to make her change her mind and try to sleep over in a place where there's only one pillow and a mattress and no blankets. And she couldn't even get that sleep because the guy was bothering her so much through the night. So not only did she lose sleep, she lost $500 and she left with an infection. That's wild. What a story.
One time I crashed out so bad over a boy that I got in my car at 3 a.m, drove 2.5 hours up to his school, waited in the parking lot until the sun rose, went onto Snap Maps, saw a girl that I was like friends with in 6th grade. We sat next to each other in chorus class. I think we talked like maybe 3 times. Anyway, I waited until her Bitmoji said that she was active on Snapchat because like I just knew. I was like, this girl definitely wakes up like early as hell. Called her on Snapchat. She answered. She said, hello? I said, hey girl, I got a favor to ask of you. She was very skeptical at first because, again, have not talked to this girl in probably like 7 years. I said, hey, can you please come downstairs and like let me into your dorm building? She obviously said yeah. Like she's for the girls. Like I really love her. Anyway, she asked me what the situation was. I told her the situation. She started laughing. I was not laughing. I was in shambles. Pushed the button on the elevator, got out, broke into his dorm room. But yeah, I'm like an RA's worst nightmare. Like, broke into his dorm room. Opened the door. Broke into it.
Yo, and if this is not psycho, then I don't know what is. Correct me if I'm wrong, bro. This is beyond psycho. Who does this? Drive 2 hours away, like doing some stalker ass and sneaking in the dorm room. Like, who does all this? Who has time in the world for this?
So my boyfriend's pumping gas, right? And there's a pink card in his wallet. Babe.
What?
What's this pink card right here?
What?
The pink card. That's right there.
Yours.
Babe, I do not have a pink card.
I got you the credit card on mine.
No, you
Is it your
didn't.
name?
Right?
Don't show the numbers out there.
Babe, you're lying. You got me a credit card.
It's mine, but I think like you could use whatever expenses you want to. But I have it because I don't.
Why
trust
haven't you given it to me yet?
Because you'd be racking it up. Let me enjoy my card first.
You got me a card?
Yes, for all your makeup expenses on there.
Thank you.
It's
Okay,
pink.
never mind.
Hey, yo, that boy lying. That card ain't yours. That card is from another bitch. Bro just got on that story straight to make you forget about the situation. But you already know it. That boy cheating, bro. That ain't his card and that ain't your card. But yo, if it is your card, you're lucky. If it ain't, that boy's smart as hell. Because he got away with this story.
A woman would really tell you, damn, you easy as fuck. You bad as fuck. Yeah, I'm easy for you. Fuck you talking about? I'm not finna make this difficult for you at all.
So I went on a date last week with a guy, and the date didn't go good. He was just giving hater number one, like couldn't be happy for anything that I said or anything that I was doing, didn't give me like a single compliment or anything. There's so much more to it that I'll explain if somebody wants, because it's honestly really bad. But after the date, I just decided like he was so fucking rude, I don't really owe him to talk to him again. So I stopped talking to him, and that was 5 days ago. Then yesterday he DM'd me a video on TikTok. He doesn't even follow me on TikTok or anything. And it was this guy talking about how all women are crazy and we act through emotions and we just can't think logically because we're such emotional beings. And when you sign up to be a boyfriend, that's what you're signing up for. You're not signing up to be a therapist or listen to your girlfriend's cries for help. And I was just like, I can't believe he sent that to me. Like that's really weird, right?
Yo, this guy went off, bro. You know, the fact that he got rejected or whatever, he got blocked and all, it made him speak his mind like this, eh? Damn, bro was so unhinged. Bro was like, you know what? I'm not even trying to get with her no more. I'm done. Like, I don't even like her no more. I'm gonna give her a piece of my mind. Bro went unfiltered mode. That's crazy.
You think Chinese men are better? There are pick-me girls everywhere. In China, they're called 绿茶婊, translates to green tea bitch, and they're sneakier and even more subtle. And your man will pick them.
Anyways, guys, that's the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all thought. Yo, talk about that story, man, about that woman that got transferred $1,000 to sleep over, bro. But in the very end, turns out it was a gimmick because the guy hid her key under a fridge. And in order for her to get it back, he wanted the money back. He wanted her to transfer back $500. And she did it. And she left that with an infection. Like, yo, talk about that story. Yeah, leave your comments down below and we'll talk on the next video. All right, peace.